Now, for long-term residents of the community, people that want to come and participate in the land, the next filter is financial. And what this is filtering for are two things. One is proof of work, meaning back to that, section where I say that in order to have a good chance of creating a better culture, you have to have succeeded to a certain extent in your present culture. And, America, where a lot of the kind of foreign interest in Costa Rica comes from, America consists of the largest constituent of tourists and visitors and landowners, from outside of Costa Rica. America is one of the easiest places in the world to make money and to spend money and to start a business. And that's a lot of what American culture consists of. We consider ourselves capitalists, people that work with capital. And given that it is among the easiest places to make and spend money and start a company and that type of thing, one of the proof of works is that you've done that well enough to have saved, let's say, $100,000. So if you've taken care of, whether it is your investors or your clients or your own savings, et cetera, to have access to $100,000 or more, then you've somewhat passed the filter. Now, it's a little bit of a weak filter in the sense of there's always inheritance, and so that somewhat doesn't solve that. But if you've made that money through talent that you've learned and developed and then applied to create wealth, to create value for other people and been paid for it, that's something to be proud of if you've done it according to your principles, and also demonstrates a certain amount of endurance, a certain amount of planning and success, because if, for example, you've started your own company like myself, a small business, 70% of small businesses fail over a 10-year period. And so to have accumulated, a certain amount, in excess of $100,000 points to beating those odds. And that's an important trait because 95% of all communities fail, and we want to beat those odds. Now, the other filter is that you can contribute, particularly as kind of more of a founding member, an initial person, that you can contribute to the high infrastructure costs, not of the individual dwellings. Those are and will be very inexpensive, but whether it's creating the hot tubs and pools or the community kitchens or the community theater, et cetera. These are high infrastructure costs. And to really create a welcoming environment for others to follow, money is necessary. And while I'm perfectly willing to put all of it in myself if necessary, it's useful, it's helpful to have other people, willing to contribute a substantial amount towards that infrastructure.